Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Morning Edge, DeadPresPicks, joined as always by SlopRules. It is Monday, which means we obviously have Monday Night Football. The Colts and Chargers will clash tonight. First, we got to run through some things, John. We got to do a weekend recap. Personally, John, this was not my weekend. I just didn't have the bets go my way. Lost some close ones. We'll get to the Thunderdome, which I suffered a couple of tragic losses this weekend. How was your weekend, John?
It was tragic.
Yes.
Not great. I have what I think might be a reason as to why, but we'll talk about that when we talk about the Thunderdome. But no, the games, the NFL games at least for yesterday, Christmas Day,
Yeah.
was literally horrible. It
Yeah.
was basically an exercise into finding out which team sucks the most.
Uh-huh.
Like there was no think about it. Like at what point was there like good football being played ever? Like yesterday, all day.
There wasn't.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it was
was
bad.
bad. It was bad. I think the Broncos probably take the cake there on who sucks the
Yep.
most, if we had to kind of predict that, but definitely not a good weekend. Yeah, the Bucks Cardinals game brutal. I can't lie. I didn't watch 1 second of the Rams Broncos. That game I had no interest in. I didn't bet.
You
Bucks
know
game
what
was much better.
I
Overtime, was that
I
fun?
put together a puzzle with my. I'm
Instead,
dead serious. Like during a football, that's how bad that game was. Like I
that's
don't think the NFL could have put a worse game on. Like if they tried. Like think about it. Like there's a lot of games you got to choose from. You could not have found a worse game than the
yeah,
Rams Broncos. Like
yeah.
the players didn't even want to be there. Like nobody want like this. Like it was horrible.
Nobody wanted
So
to.
that. But it is what it is. I mean, at least it was football. Don't get me wrong. And I understand. Hey, in July we'll be begging for a Rams Broncos. But guess what? This ain't July. That was Christmas
Oh,
Day.
Christmas
You know
Day.
what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Give me something good. Like not that.
Now, I saw a tweet about the Dolphins. You sent something out to the Dolphins fans.
What I
Uh,
send out.
I don't know. I just remember it was some. You sent something out about the Dolphins with something about Tua, how bad they are. Do you feel bad for the Dolphins fans on this Christmas?
Oh no, I was saying be nice.
Okay, so I have
Yeah,
to be
no,
nice.
I'm saying to be nice because I saw a lot of people being really mean
Here it is.
to Dolphins fans. Yeah, be kind. Yes, I was just trying to like throw them a bone. Like be nice. I mean, it's not. It is not easy to like really realize that your quarterback sucks. Like it's not. Like
Yeah.
that's a hard thing, especially like him because like he was drafted early. There's that whole like Tua Herbert debate. I don't know. Like and he seems like a cool guy too. Like I would hang out with him. Like probably went to Bama. I mean, there's just like they were so fired up for him, and then like to really come to grips with the fact that yeah, this guy is not an NFL quarterback at all. I mean, he's still like I think he threw like 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter.
It's got
I
to be tough.
think.
Did.
It might have been like two and then one at the third, but whatever it was bad. So I was just saying to be nice to him, man, because it's not that's not an easy thing to go through, especially
Right.
on Christmas Day. No
Tough.
one
Yeah.
should have to go through that. I'm sorry, Dolphins, that you had to go through that.
We do feel. We
So
feel.
yeah, so there was that. Yeah, just be nice, man. That's all I was saying.
That's all you're saying. Just be a nice guy. All right, John. This is the dreaded time of the show for us. Well, some people would say dreaded. You and I would say due time of the
Oh,
show
dude.
for the Thunderdome results. So here they are. All right. So we're gonna see a lot of X and red on our sheet. This looks like one of my math tests back in school. A lot wrong, a lot of minuses, a lot of X's.
A
So
lot of growth.
exactly. But you know what? It's how we respond to this. So
I happened though, bro. Like, you want to know what happened?
I need to hear more about yours because a lot of
It
people
was
on Twitter were calling it the worst beat of all time. So I would love to hear about it.
it was Melissa,
It's
and I'll
almost
tell you. I think Melissa had something to do with it somehow. I'm not sure how. All right, so I'm not claiming to know like how she did this, but I know she's behind it just because of what happened. Let me walk you through it, Matt. So you weren't here Friday. She knocked your power out, probably.
she
So
might have.
you by the time you showed up, like the show was literally just about to be over. So there's that. So what you don't know though is that she was late to the show that day. Now look, has she ever been late before?
No.
Never. Never
No.
late. That girl is early at all times. So there was that. So that she must have been doing something, right? Well, here's the thing. my two Missouri picks, that Luther Burden pick and the Brady Cook,
Mhm.
they both cashed, and then they didn't. And
Wow.
let me explain. So Brady Cook had, I only needed 60 plus rushing yards. He had 68 yards in the game rushing. Final drive, they're down 10, like less than 2 minutes in the game left. You know what he does? Takes a sack. You know what he does on the next play, Matt?
Another
Takes a
sack.
Yeah. So now he lost 24 yards of rush, and in college they take that off your rushing total if you're a quarterback. So
Mhm.
that hurt, right? So I was thinking to myself, like, wow, like what, like I knew it could happen, but it normally doesn't happen on the last drives just because the kids just throw the ball away, like they know you can't take a sack right there.
Of
So there
course.
was that. All right. So Luther Burden is his teammate. He had like 50 yards in the first half, right? And they were losing too. So it was perfect game script for him. He definitely took over the lead role. Like he was getting like 5 targets a game. This game he had like 11, like 12, something like that.
Mhm.
Well, on the final play, like so after Cook decides to get sacked twice, it's like 4th and a mile. The defense isn't even playing near the line of scrimmage. Like it's one of those plays, just keep it in front of you and the game's out of here.
Right.
He throws it. The kid Cook throws it to Burden.
Okay.
The throw is so bad, though, he went down to a knee to catch it. So he catches it, but they don't stop the play. He runs. He gets like whatever, how many ever yards. He ends up, so like they even showed it in the stat line, 7 for 76. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I'm good. I'm thinking to myself, like, no way. Like they're gonna call that bad. Like he clearly had his knee down. So I thought. I had some whoopie pie stouts. So like
Okay.
maybe I see it. I was thinking.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you see that they're challenging something, the refs. The announcers are talking about it, and they're like counting the people on the field. They're saying that they might be like challenging whether there's 12 men on the field or something, and
Uh,
they're actually calling the refs stupid. They're
okay.
like, dude, there's clearly 11 guys on the field. I don't know what they could be reviewing here. And they're counting them and stuff. So I'm like, okay, like maybe we're good because these announcers are probably much smarter than I am, right? I'm
Yes.
an idiot on my couch. So I listen to them and I get my hopes up, thinking, okay, we're at least going to get this. Dude,
Mhm.
they come back on. Sure enough, it was his knee was down. I was like, I knew that. Like how,
Absolutely.
like
Gotcha.
of course, like how were we not talking about that like 10 minutes ago? Because the challenge took all night. So there was that. So both of those lose. Well, then guess what? The next day, Dalvin Cook, who's he playing?
Giants, right?
Yeah, that play loses. All right, Miles Sanders. All right, that was another play for Christmas Eve. Guess who he was playing? Like, or what team he plays for?
But he plays for my Eagles.
Yeah, I needed 70 yards. He had 67 yards. They hand it to him. All he had to do was fall forward for 3 yards. You know what he does? Did you see
Fumbles.
the game? He
Oh, I
fumbles.
saw the game. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, like now I'm thinking like something's up, right? Like
Something's
way
going
too
on.
much weird stuff's happening. Like something's way up. Guess what?
What's that?
I went back through all my bets. The one on Sunday that hit. Guess which one it was?
It was the Giants. Daniel
No,
Jones.
Danny Dimes, 250 plus.
Yep.
He's done that like twice in his life.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly he just does it when I bet on like so. Melissa
Blame Melissa.
had
That's
to be
fine.
behind that.
Understood. We
Had to.
blame Melissa.
There's
Okay.
something happened there. Like I don't
That's
know. Again, I don't know how. But I'm just saying like that. That's very odd.
something was
Very odd.
weird. Yes.
And just for good measure, yesterday I had Christian Watson, 60 plus yards.
He gets
Yeah, he
hurt.
gets hurt after catching a career
It's
high
one of
6
those
passes,
weekends.
49 yards.
It's one of
Like,
those like I have that because I struggled this weekend too. Like every play that's gonna hit, I'll just talk about my Thunderdome results for 1 second. I think they should have won 2-1, John. The Patriots game. I don't know if you watched that. They
yep.
missed 2 extra points and a 2 point conversion. They do that, we're sitting pretty, right? And then they had the ball on like the 5 yard line at the end. It looked like they were going to take the lead, probably cover the spread there. They turn it over. So
Yep.
a lot had to go wrong, John, and it did at the end of those games. So that's where I'm at with it. For me, there's some tough games, but Eagles, they covered the entire game. You know, the last possession, and like you said, if Sanders doesn't, the only thing they had to do there was not turn the ball over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you cover.
exactly. Then they fumble and yeah. So Eagles should have covered. I think the Pats should have covered. But you know what? That's why we gamble, John. That's what makes it fun.
That was Melissa. I'm
We come
telling
back
you, that was
out.
but now that we figured it out.
I didn't technically. I did want to point this out. I lost Power Friday, so I didn't technically make the pick. So I actually think Nigel went 0-3, not me, because he voiced them in.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. He was explaining the picks,
Yeah.
and not great. I did like his analysis, though. It wasn't I did not like the analysis.
Yes.
It was just very creative.
Yes.
I
That's
think we talked uniforms at one point. I don't know. We were talking about a lot of stuff. It
that's
was
the
getting.
good stuff. Yeah.
I thought it was like,
That's what we want to talk about. All right, guys. So the Thunderdome is gone. We watched those results. We're due for next week, so do not miss next week's because after going 0-3, you legitimately could not be more due. Don't miss that. That's how we do it here on the Morning Edge. We always bounce back, and we sweep the next slate. That's just how it works. Tomorrow, John, me and you live stream Camila Bowl, which is tomorrow. This has come up quick on us. Here it is, 12 p.m. Eastern time. All right. You get to watch the whole game with John and I. We're going to make bets. We're going to do a little bit of everything, okay, in this game. We're also giving away a couple free jerseys. You see that, John? I think we're giving away 2. You get to see our picks all game. We're just going to hang out with you. We're going to throw in some live bets. I'm sure John's going to have a bunch of player props that we could sweat out on the live stream. It's going to be a hell of a time, so do not miss it tomorrow at 12 p.m. We'll also talk other sports. We'll talk other plays. So there's a lot to get into. So do not miss that. Now it's time, guys, for our best bets of the night. It's Monday. John, you take the first one. I know you got a prop.
all right, so there's nothing Melissa can do about this one because the books messed up so bad. It's Jelani Woods over 19.5 receiving yards. Matt, ask me how many yards this guy had the last time Kylan Granson, the other tight end, missed. Ask me.
How many yards do you have?
I don't even know. It was a lot, though. It was against the Steelers, who actually have a good defense. It was like, I think he had 100 yards. If not, it was like super close. But he also caught like 8 balls. Like they were just throwing to him. The guy is like 6'7", 253. Like the coaching staff should be fired for not throwing it to him more, but they haven't all season. But guess what? Guess who's out tonight? Kylan Granson, not going to play.
Boom.
Nick Foles, correct me if I'm wrong, he was your guy. Doesn't he like tight end?
John, I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Okay. Right there. You see him?
I see him.
He's there.
Isn't he a tight end guy?
Oh, he loves tight end.
He likes the tight ends, yeah. So there's that too. The Colts are going to get behind in this game, right? They just are. That's how they roll.
Fact.
So they get behind. They have to throw a little bit. Now we have Nick Foles, who also likes tight ends. So there's that. We have Jelani Woods, who's just a physical freak. I mean, the guy's a specimen. Again, he should be getting every pass thrown his way, but they just don't do it. But again, now that Granson's out, he's going to get more targets. I think he's been over this number in the last 3 games anyway. So it's not like this guy needs to have a career night anyways. Like to get 20 yards, he's probably going to get this on one catch. Like he just had a game the other day where he caught 1 ball, 36 yards. That's how he rolls. There is no chance that this loses. Honestly, too, if you want to know how good it is, FanDuel won't even give you a ladder on him. Like they know. Yeah, they know. They're like, yeah, we're not giving ladders on Jelani Woods today because he's probably going like 60 plus, and we only that would be probably plus 350. So if you do see ladders later, go as high as you want. It's safe. It's fine. But this is what we call a get it all back play, Matt.
I love that, John. I love it. I'm all in on some Jelani Woods tonight. I'm going Austin Eckler touchdown. John, my last 5 anytime touchdown bets have hit on the shows. So they're hot. I know the weekend wasn't hot, but this particular bet is hot. So that's how you remake yourself hot. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're kind of cold, you're like, oh, well, wait, I haven't lost an anytime touchdown.
Back to what's hot.
Boom. So we're going back to what's hot. Austin Eckler, cool touchdown celebration, John. He plays the guitar a little bit. He's an air guitar guy. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was a big air guitar guy myself, so I get it.
Yeah, so that's something we're familiar with. Eckler, at some point, gets in the end zone tonight. Let me just say, this line makes no sense. 3.5 with the Colts. I don't know what's going on here, but the Chargers have looked good. The Colts have nothing to play for, and their starting quarterback, as much as I love Nick Foles, is Nick Foles tonight. I don't really get it, but it's
his defense. I don't think he's as bad as Matt Ryan.
Well, I don't think you're as bad as Matt Ryan. I think he's better. I think he'll be better, but still, it's the Colts. Like, what did
I know.
they team who just lost like a 33-0 lead or whatever it was? They're clearly really bad at football.
Yes.
It feels like it's going to be a close game. So it feels like Eckler will be involved, throughout. The great thing about Austin Eckler, John, is he can score, via the pass or run. He might be more effective. Yeah, in the pass. Justin Herbert loves him. Yeah, he's going to get in at some point. So give me Eckler anytime touchdown. So those are our bets for tonight, guys. I got Austin Eckler anytime TD -130. John is Jelani Woods over 19.5 -115. That's on DraftKings. Mine's on FanDuel. John, we're going to sweep. There's no doubt in my mind this is the night that we get the bounce back sweep.
I can't believe we're allowed to bet this. 19.5.
It feels illegal. Yeah, it should not be. It should not be that low.
Oh, another guy is saying in the chat that Deion Jackson over 31.5. I guess rushing yards is the greatest bet of all time. Might hit in the first half, so there's that, and there's also another person like Zach Moss anytime touchdown. That was Chester. The other guy was named X. Sweet name, both of you guys actually, Chester and X. But yeah, so there's that too. It's a little bonus action there from the chat.
A couple great names.
Like
All right, just before we close out, guys, we are giving away $500 over on the YouTube channel, right here on the YouTube channel. We're streaming live only on YouTube today. All you have to do is subscribe. Please get involved. Comment on this video and subscribe to the OddsChecker US YouTube channel. It takes legitimately 2 seconds of your life. And you are entered in for a $500 seasonal giveaway. And that's not all. Also on Instagram, we're giving away $100. All you have to do to enter that is follow them on Instagram at OddsChecker US. Comment on any post, and you are entered in to win $100. We're doing this daily, so this goes before midnight. Guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. This is going to be called the bounce back episode, John. I think I'm officially naming it. So we go 2-0 today. The comeback, the bounce back. We'll come up with the name after, but it's a legacy episode. A lot of people are saying that out there. So this is the episode that we, big legacy, guys. So we will. We'll be back with another episode tomorrow morning. Or no, we're not episode tomorrow morning. We're live.
We're watching the game.
My head's all over the place. We will be back with a live stream tomorrow at 12 Eastern episode. Make sure you guys hop on, get involved. Do not miss it. We're giving away bangers the entire day. It's going to be a great day. We'll see you guys then.